about proper shooting technique, okay? And when we talk about proper shooting technique, one term that we use is called BEEF. Has anybody ever heard the term BEEF before? Chomp, do you remember what BEEF stands for?
Balance, eyes, elbow, follow through.
Right. Balance, eyes, elbow, and follow through. And that's kind of the foundation of a good shooting technique, okay? So we're going to walk through the tenets of BEEF. So the first thing is the B. Do you remember what the B stands for, Ben? What does the B stand for? It's not Ben. What does it stand for, Chomp? The B, tell me again. Balance. So B stands for balance. So when we're talking about proper shot, proper shooting technique, we're going to start with the foundation. We're going to start with the ground, and we're going to move up, okay? Because balance is the foundation of a good shot, which means we start with the ground, right? So proper balance is your feet and how they're set, okay? So balance for shooting, we want our feet about shoulder width apart. So can everybody kind of hop and get your feet about shoulder width apart? And you guys can go ahead and spread out just a little bit. Give yourself some room. Yep. And let's try that again. Let's just give a little hop and come to balance. So our feet are about shoulder width apart, okay? Okay, the next thing you want to do with your feet, if you're a right-handed shooter, you want your right foot slightly forward from your left, okay? You want, if at all possible, you want both of your feet pointed towards your target. So let's point our feet towards the target with our shooting foot slightly forward from our other foot. That is outstanding looking right there, guys. Perfect, good. Okay, so let's kind of build up, and I like it. You guys have all kind of got your knees bent. That's what you want for good shooting technique. You want feet about shoulder width apart, toes pointing towards the basket, shooting foot slightly forward, knees bent, but comfortable. You guys all feel pretty comfortable? You look pretty comfortable. Okay, good. So we're building up from there. So now let's put the ball in what we call the shooting pocket. The shooting pocket. So we want our shooting elbow right underneath the ball. We want our wrist slightly bent. We want our guide hand. All the guide hand does, guys, it just holds the ball in your shooting hand. That's all it's doing. We don't want to shoot with two hands. We want to shoot with one. So this hand, your left hand, for you right-handed shooters, and for Chomp, it's his right hand, just holds the ball on. That looks really good. Are you still comfortable? You look comfortable. Now for you guys, your shooting pocket might be slightly lower. So you might hold the ball kind of a little bit down lower by your waist. That's okay. And that's just enough strength, right? As you get stronger, your shooting pocket could come up higher. Okay? Have you guys ever watched Kyle Korver shoot? You guys know who Kyle Korver is? Used to play for the Jazz, right? He's an outstanding three-point shooter, right? And his shooting pocket's up here. I mean, he gets the ball and he brings it right here, and that's where he shoots from. We're not strong enough to do that yet, are we? Right? So it's okay for you guys to have your shooting pocket slightly lower, down in kind of more by your waist. We want to make sure that elbow is underneath the ball. We want to make sure your wrist is cocked. So it's kind of in the shape of a U. So it looks kind of like this, right? And then our other hand is just holding that ball onto that shooting end, right? Okay, good. Right, a little bit more knee. Right? Good. Okay, so that's the balance part of it. What do you guys think the eyes mean?
Look at your target.
Eyes on target, exactly right. We got to know where we're shooting the ball. Okay, I see a lot of kids, they're dribbling the ball down the court, they got their head down, they stop and they shoot, and as they shoot, their eyes go up to the target. They don't know where they're shooting, right? We got to know where we're shooting for. So our eyes have to be on target, right? So you're going to align yourself with your target. And I tell guys, I don't care if you shoot the ball long or short, but if you're not shooting it on target, then that means there's something wrong with your alignment, right? So you want to line everything up with your target. So if I got Ryder here, he's shooting right off of his right knee, his elbow's right above his right knee, and he's shooting right off of his target eye, right? See how that ball is right on his target eye, Ben? That ball is right aligned with his target eye, right? And so he's aiming for that target, and he's just going to line himself up and shoot it. So that's the eyes part of it. Now we've already kind of talked about elbow. What does the elbow mean? Wrist cock. Yep, elbow's right underneath the basketball, so everything's lined up. Okay? We talked about the shooting pocket. And then the follow-through. That's the F part of it, right? So balance, eyes, elbow, and then the follow-through. What do you think the follow-through means, Ryder? Right. And how does the follow-through go? Yep, you release it high and proud. You guys hear me say, release it high and proud. Pop that elbow, get that ball up above your head, get your hand up above your head. And then there's a lot of, people will tell you a lot of different things about follow-through. Some people call it a gooseneck. Some people will say, put your hand in the cookie jar, means you reach up and then reach your hand in the cookie jar. Okay? What I say is, just point at your target. So when you shoot, point your fingers at the target. Okay? Now, this is kind of key. You want the ball to release off of, these are your longest two fingers of your hand. You want the ball to release off of those two fingers. Okay? And if you shoot the ball and have proper follow through, the ball will release off of those two fingers. Right? And that will create proper rotation.